Well, first of all, thank you very much for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to explain my final project of mobile subject. So I'm going to start with explaining the code that our Harvard Niagara project, which is the sponsor project. I want to explain first that I implement in this project an API. As you can see here, I am using an API controller, which is basically a controller, a regular controller, and I develop a get endpoint. So with this endpoint, I get the information or the specific information to get the CRQA, which is the quality for the quality inspector, the most important information from the first phase of all the process for the non-conforming reporting. So as you can see here, I get information for the NCR number, title, phase, process applicable, and also for objects, which is the supplier object, item object, and defect object. All that information, I'm gonna use an API URL to expose in a public way, well, the service that I developed. So I'm going to start the project. So it is really important that you already know that that we are using identity. So in this project, I expose this endpoint as public. So you can see here, I'm going to log out first of all, and I'm going to show you that if I change the API NCRS or URL, I can get the JSON file, which is going to help me to interconnect this site with the dashboard. So you can see here all the information that I already have, which is we have already, the last one is the NCR number 2024-007. So then I'm gonna click login. So this is our site. I'm gonna explain first the non-conforming report. So as you can see here, we have different elements, but I'm gonna focus my explanation just in 2024. So I'm gonna also show you that the API, the dashboard is implemented already here in the site, but I'm gonna explain better in using the Power BI desktop to show how these both sites or service are interconnected. So I'm gonna create a new NCR. I'm gonna fill here data with some information. I'm gonna put index local, select item. I'm gonna use asphalt paver, and also for defect, I'm gonna use broken. I'm gonna put if equal and the factors. I'm gonna create. So one NCR is created. I'm gonna create another one, just as an example. Create new NCR, the number 9. I'm gonna fill up the information. I'm gonna put 2 to 5. I'm gonna try with 8, and I'm gonna use Ajax local for item. I'm gonna use conveyor, and then another defect. I'm gonna create. So now, as you can see here, we have 9 elements. So if I check the API endpoint, you can see here the element number 8 and the element number 9. So we already have for 2024 NCRs 9 elements. So now I'm going to explain a little bit of Power BI. So Power BI is a data analytics tool or business intelligence tool powered by Microsoft. Microsoft has, as you already know, has like different data science tools, and one of them is Power BI. I really I really want to work with Power BI because through this tool, we can implement like a really fancy dashboard. And also this dashboard is interactive. So I think, from my opinion, it's going to help a lot to our client. So to interact with the data, not just to fill it up all the information for, to save all the NCR's information, but also they can use this exciting tool to interact with the data. So I'm gonna refresh, I'm gonna click here, this button to refresh. And in this way, we are interconnected with our API. So now you can see here that in 2024, we have 9 elements, okay? So the real cool thing we use in Power BI is that it's interactive. All the information is interactive. For example, we can use here in the sidebar, I implement different filters. We can filter by year, 2023, by 2024. We can filter also by supplier, for example, in this case for Ajax Toco, or items. We have different items here and defects as well. So the real cool, that is the reason that I use an API, and I use just a JSON file with item, defect, and suppliers objects in the same JSON, is because I just wanted to show in the dashboard all the suppliers that only have values. I mean, all the suppliers that you already can see here, all the suppliers have data. So I didn't want to implement like 3 different endpoints or 4 different endpoints, one of them for items, defect, and suppliers, because the client has more than 3,000 items and more than 2,000 defects. So I didn't want that. I just wanted to show all the information or all the items that has already information. That's why I use just one JSON file, and I implement inside of that JSON the objects, the specific objects for supplier, items, and defects. That's why I get the information from that source. So the real another cool thing is that we can interact with the data, not just using the filters. For example, in this case, I am going to use the 2024. I can click here for Ajax stock or the suppliers, or we can use whatever we want. So, and you can see here how the another charts are updated with information. Also, you can see here that if I hover over Ajax Logo, we can see also a tooltip with the process applicable information. And we have here another chart for the different phases. So if I click here in the engineer phases, you can see here that there are 4 of them, of Ajax Logo, and 2 of Kingston Metal Fabricator are in this phase. So you can see also here the different items, percentage of items, defects, and also for the different like information in here, the different a table with the different information. If I want to interact with a specific chart or with a specific table, we can click here to focus mode, and you can see all the information. So also we can zoom in or zoom out. It's up to us to interact with the data. We can sort by creation date, supplier name, or wherever we want. We are free to choose the column that we want to sort. So another thing that I implement here, it's buttons, because I have a meeting with Mark, and he told me that was a good idea to implement buttons to download CSV files or PDF files. So that's why I use a different page. So in this page, in this second page, is just for the Power BI desktop. I implement buttons here. The send CSV format by email and send PDF by email. I was I did my own research and I realized that to to download the PDF format here in Power BI is not easy. So that's why in my research, I found that I can use Power Automate, which is another real tool for Microsoft. So Power Automate is part of the Microsoft database, and Power Automate helps us to automate workflows and tasks across various Microsoft applications and services. So, which is really cool. So you can see here, I'm gonna push this button. That's send. The first button is send PDF by email. I'm gonna click here. So then it's gonna one flow. So I'm gonna explain a little bit here. If I click here in edit, you can see here that I am using Power Automate. So if I click here, I can see how I configure all the flows that I'm gonna use it. So this is the service that is running right now. So you can see here that this service or this Power Automate flow start with a Power BI button. Then I use a variable. Then for each element, also I use Microsoft Word template to fill it out all the information that I get from the Power BI to put in the Word template. Then I create the file. I put a delay, because this takes a little bit of time. And then I create the Word document. Then I save the document in OneDrive folder. And then at the end of the day, at the end of this process, I send an email directly to my email, to my institution email. So as you can see, you can hear probably here in the email, I received this PDF report. So we can see here all the information that we already have exposed in our Power BI, which is really cool, doesn't it? So I'm going to explain also. Okay, it is. I also wanted to explain to you. Let me show you. So here I am using this have a Niagara template, which is this one, and I use this document to put all the information here, which is an array that I use to put here and then create the document. Also, you can see here that I save the document in this folder, which is in OneDrive, and I convert the Word to PDF. Okay, so this is all the flow that I explained before. So for CSV, it's easier than to generate the PDF. So we just need to click here, and also the CSV file. Well, I'm gonna show you quickly. So also have a flow, but it's shorter. It's shorter than the first one. So it just a step. It takes, in fact, less than 1 second. And I compose information, create the CSV table, and send the email. So, but for example, if I just want to show only the CSV file for Ajax Togo, and I can click here, and then I can click the button here to the CSV mail, and I'm gonna receive a specific email with that information, as you can see here. This is only information for Ajax Togo. The other example the first example is all the elements in 2024 and includes all the suppliers as well. So then also I implement or I wanted to use like different kind of charts. So when we are using like line chart like this one, we can also use a forecast function. So that's why I put here a button to view the trend chart. So here our client can see what happened. So, we can identify a behavior and what is going to happen if we follow the same process. So also, well, from my point of view, it's really cool to use these kind of tools. The last thing that I want to show you is because also Mark asked me about what about if our client can share the information with probably with all the team, but probably they don't have like Power BI software installed in the computer or in his laptop. So I also did my own research and identify that there is one way to implement the dashboard using PowerPoint. So in this case, we can open our PowerPoint. When open, I'm going to show you the PowerPoint. As you can see, the PowerPoint is like loading, and you can see here the information as well. The real cool here is that also it's interactive, which is really cool. It's amazing. And also we can like refresh the data. So you can see here that the last time that I refreshed the data was today. So because we need to implement in the Power BI service, we need to implement the automatic refresh. But if I click here in refresh, it's not here in refresh, it's here in publish. I'm gonna refresh all the information in Power BI service. I place the last version. Then stop. So in this way, we also have the last version here in our dashboard. So we include the number 9. Also, we can sort here the information by NCR number or whatever we want, okay? So all the information is already here. Customer can interact. And also in the PowerPoint, we can refresh the information. Let me show more. Let's see. We have a button here to refresh information. And now we have the last version in the PowerPoint as well. So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate all your support and help to guidance me through this project. And that's it that I want to share with you. Bye-bye.